Hey everyone, welcome back to Inkpot's Bindery. Today I'm going to show you how to apply a heat transfer vinyl decal onto an already owned hardcover book. The dust jacket that I had for this particular book was a little damaged when I got it, so I decided to create my own custom design instead. Today I'm only going to be working on the back cover as I'm still deciding exactly what I want to do for the front. So let's get started. For this project, you will need your hardcover book, your heat transfer vinyl decal, 2 sheets of parchment or Teflon paper, and an iron or heat press. If you purchase one of my vinyl decals, it will arrive pre-weeded and ready to use, and will also include the parchment paper you'll need along with written instructions. Before placing your design, make sure your book cover is clean and free from dust or debris. You will want to use 2 pieces of parchment paper during this process. The first sheet will act as a heat barrier between the inside cover and the first page of your book, helping to protect the pages from excess heat. The second sheet will sit on top of your decal and protect the vinyl itself while you're pressing. Take your time to position your design. Once heat is applied, there's really no going back, so make sure you're happy with the placement before you start. I usually like to leave around 1/2 centimeter space from the edge, but of course that's completely up to you. Today I'm using my Cricut Easy Press Mini set to the lowest heat setting because I'm working with metallic vinyl. Metallic vinyl can be a little more sensitive and is prone to blistering if the temperature is too high. That being said, you absolutely do not need a heat press to do this. I originally started making these decals with just a regular household iron. If you're using an iron, just make sure that it's on the lowest setting and that the steam function is turned completely off. Once your heat press has reached its temperature, place your parchment paper over the decal and use your free hand to gently anchor the cover so nothing shifts around while you're pressing. I like to start in the middle of the design and work my way outwards, as this helps secure the center first and prevents my decal from moving. As a general rule, only press for about 3 to 5 seconds at a time. Lift the iron, move it to the next section, and press down again. You may have seen videos where people slide their heat press across the surface, and I'm not saying that's wrong, it definitely works for some people, but if you're a beginner, I would highly recommend lifting the iron completely between each press. Sliding the iron increases the chance of vinyl shifting, which can lead to imperfections like warped lines or uneven lettering. Because I'm working with metallic vinyl today, I'm sticking closer to the 3 seconds per section and doing multiple passes over the design to make sure that everything bonds properly. Remember, there's no rush here, so take your time. You definitely don't want to damage your book cover. Once you've gone over the entire decal, carefully lift the parchment paper and just have a little inspection. I can already see that there's a couple spots on mine here that don't look like they fully adhered, so I'm just going to place the parchment back down and go over those areas one more time. Don't worry if this happens, it's completely normal and usually an easy fix. Now this is where things get a little different depending on the type of vinyl you're using. Every vinyl has its own recommended peeling time. Some are hot, some are warm, and some are cold. This vinyl I'm using today is a cold peel, which means I need to let it completely cool before removing the carrier sheet. If you peel it too early, the adhesive may not bond properly and the design can start lifting away from the cover. Personally, I usually walk away for about 10 to 15 minutes and let it cool completely. If you purchase your vinyl designs from me, your instructions will tell you exactly what type of vinyl you're working with, whether it's hot, warm, or cold peel. I've used all 3, but I have to admit that warm and hot peel vinyl are probably my favorites, mostly because I'm way too impatient for my own good, and I love seeing the results straight away. Alright, 10 minutes have passed and the vinyl is now cool to the touch, so we can start peeling away the carrier sheet. This part takes patience. You don't want to rush the process because there may be areas that haven't fully adhered yet. Pulling too quickly can cause the vinyl to stretch, warp, or even tear. This clip here is actually shown in real time so you can see just how slowly I peel my vinyl. For the rest of the video though, I'm going to speed things up. As you can see, there are a couple of small sections that didn't quite stick enough, and thankfully they stayed on the book rather than lifting with the carrier sheet, which means these are very easy to fix. To fix this area, place your parchment sheet back over the design, this time without the carrier sheet, and go over those sections again using your heat press on the lowest setting. Just like before, press for around 3 seconds at a time and work slowly. Be especially careful with metallic vinyl at this stage because you've removed one of those protective layers, so the vinyl is now more exposed to the heat. As you can see, I am definitely not perfect. I rushed a little bit near the bottom and ended up with a slightly wobbly line. But that's okay. Crafting is all about learning, and honestly, little imperfections like these are part of what makes handmade projects so unique. And there we have it. Your custom heat transfer vinyl design is now permanently attached to your hardcover book. I really hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along for more bookish crafts, tutorials, and behind-the-scenes projects from Inkpot's Bindery. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, happy crafting!